numbers, big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Mexico City Golden Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 39, Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball were the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw it. Minshew. He's going to go deep for Conley. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go, let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Slam, slam, slam.
On 2nd and inches, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson. He's going. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
Let's go, D.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Ingram. Ingram's got the first down or more. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Hey, rock it, rock it.
Mike 58, right there. Go.
Hey, Delta.
58, Mike 58.
Go.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Leonard Fournette. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 12, Minshew. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to sling this deep down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. From the gun, it's a run for England. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on third down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. In for the score. And his guys have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go to
touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return as his guys are able to regain the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
3 down.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And able to find Conley. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Conley, 88 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Jackson now, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson, he's going to air. It's caught inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
61, matchbox play.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. Touchdown! Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half as they have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Here's Minshew, escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll go play action here with Minshew. The open man is Westbrook, and he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Off play action, it's Minshew. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Minshew sets to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big pickup of 38. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Calais Campbell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
It's our deal. It's our deal. 66. Pull it. Tap. Shit. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. No.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Now he's forced out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check it back.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Let's put that team on the bus.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he's going to let it go. And got his man complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 37.
Here we go, here we go. 60 outlaw. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got his man on the comebacker. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Ingram. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Switch.
Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing now is Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. Got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you've got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Jim. He's checking. Any weapon. Crash. Go.
Jackson to throw. Snead's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On 4th down, Minshew. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Matt Judon. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head